So yeah, because of that duality, you feel me, between like there already being a fire outside. Like the way I'm trying to explain it is this, in other words, unlike Aries that only cares about itself and is self-centric, you feel me, and it's all about the I am, the me, the me, the me, the me, the I, you feel me, because Aries brings way to the ego energy, and those people who think that they should defend their zodiac signs, that's like a form of lostness, because you're not your zodiac sign, but you're the awareness utilizing that zodiac sign. You feel what I'm saying? It's like one day you're gonna transcend these zodiac signs, and then you're going to associate with another energetic signature that may not even be a zodiac sign from this system. You feel what I'm saying? In the sense that I 100% do believe that we have higher correspondences. The higher in elevation you go, the greater of an expression, the more complex of an expression your correspondences can be. You feel what I'm saying? And I have a video on the way that breaks down, ultimately three important things you should know about astrology that I feel it's going to be very, very valuable for people to check out and watch. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so unlike Aries, whom beats the heart of its own drum, Leo is also concerned about how other people perceive it. You feel what I'm saying? And how it's influencing other people. So Leos, they're more considerate, and they're like Aries is a little bit more based on their head. Like all the fire signs are feelers, and they deal with feelings, but Aries deals a little bit more with its head. It rules the head as well, and its dominion is the mind. You feel me? But Leo, it's more concerned with the heart, and it's more heart centered. You feel what I'm saying? So at this time, we are definitely going to be in a place with Leo season where it's like we are concerned and caring about ourselves, but it's also in contrast of how do other people see us. Like how do these actions that I do affect other people? You feel what I'm saying? But ultimately as well, because Leo deals with the will, a lot of us are going to find new ways of applying your will, you feel me, upon reality and expanding it, and etc. etc. But yeah, so without further ado, let's look more into this. So interesting. That's cool. So Aries. So yeah, I talked about Aries, and I'm glad that it's relevant because the moon is going to be in Aries on Sunday. So today's Friday, like I said. So actually Saturday and Sunday the moon will be on in Aries. If I'm not mistaken, hold on, I want to check. Just to be sure. Um, yeah, so tomorrow, Saturday, the moon is going into Aries, and so the primary differentiation between Aries and Leo, I already explained it. You feel me? And so, with that energy, it is of value for us to get into kind of a selfish space of looking out for ourselves, taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves first. You feel me? Because the moon, it does deal with caring, and nurturing. And like Aries deals with the ego, it deals with the self, it deals with the me, the I. And so we want to get into a space where we are making sure that we're straight, we're okay, and we're good, and we've taken and handled our duties and obligations. So then that way, when we go on to express out into the world, we can come to the world in our greatest ability and energy. Like right now, while the moon is in Pisces, it's a really, really great time for us to be conscious of our unconscious mind. You feel me? Because Pisces, it does deal with those um, thoughts and like beliefs because Pisces as a whole sign rules with beliefs. You feel me? It rules with those innate beliefs within us that are continuously perpetuating these feelings that we have. You feel what I'm saying? These emotions and feelings that we have. It's like because Pisces is mutable water. We may not be fixated on it, on the emotion. We may not know exactly where the emotion is coming from, but we know that we feel it. And so it's important with the Pisces energy, whenever we're dealing with Pisces energy with the transits, that we become unconscious and we pay attention to to our beliefs and our perceptions, our vicissitudes. You feel me? Which vicissitude is just another word for strong beliefs and principles we uphold. You feel what I'm saying? And alter and change those. Like today, for instance, I was like I went to sleep at 3 a.m. last night, and it makes sense because Pisces does deal with Pisces deals with like the hours between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. You feel me? Those hours, and the reason for that is because it's like if you think about it, also between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. these spaces, like, okay, so my background is in Islam. You feel what I'm saying? And when I became a mental alchemist, a spiritual mental alchemist, I learned about 10, and I realized that all religions provide you 10, but they provide you 10 because of the dogma and indoctrination. They provide you 10 and it's like toxic, radioactive state. And so it's your job as an alchemist to cleanse it. And so what I actually started doing was I started waking up at 4 a.m. to pray, because the first salah, right, the first prayer, because as Muslims you pray 5 times a day. The first prayer was like 4:30, you feel me, 4:45. And I'd get up at that time and I would pray, and I would be aware that I was in Pisces hours, so it was just magical. And then I would, crack open the Quran and I would read verses from the Quran and just enlighten myself on that energy, you feel what I'm saying? And so, yeah, but that's a Pisces energy, you feel me? A very unconscious energies. But then Aries is like, it's more conscious energy. It's more directed energy, you feel me? Because Aries also deals with Mars. And Aries is exalted in Leo, not Leo, in the sun, And the sun is very orientated with our will, you feel me? So it's like, get into a space where you want to square that Cancer energy, because, hold on, because Aries naturally squares that Cancer energy. And let me explain what I mean by that. So, on Sunday, after, because getting out of this Pisces energy, right, and like oh my god, it makes so much fucking sense, like beyond just fucking the moon being in Pisces right now, the moon was also conjuncting Saturn, you feel me? And I was feeling that shit heavily, you feel what I'm saying? Feeling it so heavily, you feel what I'm saying? So just, yeah, be aware of that. And so that energy is gonna kind of put us down, you feel me? It's gonna put us in a anxious type of energy where we're worrisome, and just anxious and worrisome, you feel me? Yeah. And also very sympathetic. So be aware of the things you're sympathizing with, you feel what I'm saying? And so when the moon goes into Aries, because Aries squares Cancer, which is comfort, you can use that Aries energy, that energy of aggression, to kind of push forward, and push through, and be courageous. Because it takes courage. It takes courage for you to continue to move forward upon your path of growth, you feel me? Your path of evolution, and it's important for us to understand that equilibrium is very important in this world, in this life. Because the word equilibrium means your balance, right? And that energy is Libra energy. And in this life, things continuously happen to us, that alters and changes our emotions, right? And that's the moon. It's continuously changing and shifting. But just things outside of the moon. Because the moon attracts situations to us, that are like expressed through it, but it's situations that solicit emotional response within us. And it's like these things that elicit emotional response within us, they can get into a space where they're degenerative. And it's like Saturn can be a very degenerative planet, you feel me? It can put a lot of weight on us, you feel what I'm saying? So it's important for us to utilize this energy on Sunday with this moon in Aries to kind of be courageous and be bold, and push forward and be like, I still know my goals and my ambitions and my desires, and I'm not gonna give up. I believe in myself, you feel me? Very much Aries energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it would be very valuable for you to be in that energy on Saturday and Sunday, you know. So we're leaving that Pisces energy. So on Saturday and Sunday, get into that energy of courage and bravery and boldness and refusing to fold. Um, and mental alchemy, um, the moon's natural antidote is Mars, and the moon deals with our comfort. It deals with us feeling like we can't do it ourselves, and we're weak, you know, and like we need help and we need to be nurtured and taken care of. Like we're vulnerable. That's what the moon is, you know. But then it's like in that vulnerability, if you get into that Aries energy of aggression, of believing yourself, then it's like you transmute that moon energy into um a raw energy that you can use to build. So yeah, I know mental alchemy too, and I'm happy to teach you guys if you want to learn. So just let me know. And so yeah, that's gonna be on Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, on Sunday, and then on Moon Day or Monday. On Monday, the moon is gonna go into Taurus. You feel what I'm saying? So with the moon going to Taurus, with this energy, you should know. See, Taurus is a more stable, more calm type of energy. You know, where it's like dealing with us being comfortable and taking it slow and taking it easy. So it's like you want to use that Aries energy to push through your comfort zone. And then see, Taurus sextiles Cancer. So once you push through your comfort zone and you're in a space where you believe in yourself, then you can get into that Taurus energy. Because then you're stable within yourself, you feel me? And the moon is exalted in the sign Taurus. And the moon is the mind, you feel what I'm saying? So it makes a lot of sense. So on Monday, it's going to be a good time for us to just be more grounded emotionally, even more stable, more secure. And there may be certain anxieties that we may have experienced this week that next week we're going to realize, you know, like, damn, it's not that serious. It's not that deep, bro, you know? It's interesting, it's interesting, it's interesting. Because on Monday, I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy some more food for myself, you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, well, that's very much Taurus energy. Because Taurus, it deals with, well, our day-to-day routines, you know, the things that we do to maintain ourselves, to upkeep ourselves, you feel what I'm saying? Um, and like money, spending money, you feel me? It's very Taurus. Taurus deals with money. And so, actually, yeah, um, with Jupiter, because look, also on Monday, the moon is going to be conjunct Jupiter in Taurus. So it'd actually even be a good time for us to go and out and like spend money, I would say. Yeah, yeah. Because when the moon and Saturn are like conjunct each other, this produces energy where it's like you can go out and odds of you purchasing things for a reasonable price um, are going to be there. You feel me? But then with Saturn, it's like prices might inflate and it may be like crazy. You feel me? That energy. But yeah, yeah, you know, so with Jupiter energy, it'd be a good time for us to go out and spend some money, you know, or even go out and make money. And it'd even be good for you to sit down and journal, you know, and make some, make some notes on how, like, just make some notes, not notes, but make like affirmations and do like a little money ritual or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's going to be around 6 p.m. It's going to be around 6 p.m. where the the conjunction between Jupiter and the moon are going to be exact. So when this happens, right, when Jupiter and the moon are in conjunction with each other, this is even gonna, you can say, open our minds to a space of expansion. You feel what I'm saying? So when today, Friday, and I think Thursday as well, when the moon, when the moon was conjuncting Saturn, this was making us feel restricted, making us feel limitless, and bringing poverty to us, even impoverished emotions. You feel me? Because that's Saturn, it deals with poverty. And so, take advantage of Monday when the moon conjuncts Jupiter and allow yourself to bask in that abundance energy of Jupiter and that affluence energy of Jupiter and that energy of faith, even, like just being aware that the universe, source, spirit, God, however you title it, will provide for you. You feel me? And just set those intentions strongly, because you will have extra energy dealing with that type of energy of expansion, especially expansion of the financial type on Monday. You feel me? Because that's how this shit works. Like when certain energies in the stars align, they release certain energies to us. Some energies are harmful, other energies are beneficial, and this conjunction between Saturn and the moon, Jupiter and the moon on Monday is going to be beneficial, so take advantage. And so, yeah, and then the moon, is going to be conjuncting Saturn. Conjuncting Uranus on Tuesday. So Uranus is the planet of disruptive change. You feel me? It deals with, it ultimately just deals with change. You feel me? So Uranus deals with originality and uniqueness as well. And so the symbol of Uranus, there's a couple. But one of them looks like the sun, but with an arrow on top. An arrow pointing up. Like it's still like the sun symbol, but an arrow pointing up. You feel me? And so this symbol, it highlights the fact that Uranus also deals with individuality. But Uranus is like, okay, so the sun is like the king or the stallion, if we're to talk about horses, right? But I'll say the king, right? The sun is the king, you feel me? And it's like when the king stops providing and stops performing in ways that are beneficial to the collective, then it's like those people who can rebel and who can detach from it and become individualistic for themselves, they will benefit. And that is Uranus energy, just detaching and going your own path, going your own way. You know what I'm saying? Very alien energy. It's Aquarius, you gotta keep in mind. And so with this moon, with this moon Uranus conjunction, like this would be a good time. It would be good energy for us to utilize in order to expand our finance, but change our emotions and views on our resources. You feel me? Our resources, because that's what ultimately it is, our resources. But it's like it's going to be squaring some things. Let me put it like this: the moon is also going to be trining Saturn, so our thoughts are going to be harmonious and they're going to be in a flow where we're going to be allowed. Oh wait, no, it's not. Actually, not even our thoughts, but our actions, our executions are going to be in a place where once that emotion is instilled within us, it's going to be easier for us to act on it, and do things that are in alignment with our newfound emotions of altering our perceptions on our resources and how we perceive. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But like with the moon conjunct Uranus, because the conjunction it's a neutral aspect. It's not positive or negative. It just signifies power. It signifies that these two planets are unified together, and in their unification they are producing prominence and power. And so it can even mean that something in your life might come through that may be disruptive to your emotions of money, if what I'm saying. But I do see that with Mars trining the moon also, the moon and also Uranus, that one way or another we're not gonna feel hopeless, but we're gonna be in a space where we're gonna be taking initiative, and be like, nah, cause I am gonna do this shit, because Mars really deals with courage for real. Yeah. Can you guys believe that I'm healing my headache with this cloth? It's made out of cotton. Shit that we don't know, man. We really don't have to suffer for real, for real. But it's like our lifestyle is suffering. But it's because we don't even know a lot of the things that we do, you know. Okay. And then on Wednesday, the moon is going to go into Gemini. Oops. And so, when the moon is in Gemini, Wednesday is Mercury Day. You feel me? So when the moon goes into Gemini, check this out. This is going to be an indication that we're going to be in a space where the way that we relay our emotions to others is going to deal more so with talking and wanting to articulate our emotions and wanting to get into conversations with people about how we feel. And on top of that, the moon is going to be sextiling the sun. So we're going to feel fulfilled, you feel me, by doing this, and we're gonna feel like it's an opportunity for us to express ourselves and communicate. So it is most likely going to be an expression of us externally and outwardly articulating, communicating our emotions. You feel me? Because like ultimately the Gemini energy, it's also like, because it's the first air sign, it's the most personal, and it just deals with the thought in general. Uh, the thought, once it's extended outwardly, it's the word. But the thought is just the thought in the head. But then if you choose to bring it out, then that's a choice. But you don't have to make that choice with the Gemini energy. Because Gemini just rules the thought in general. You feel what I'm saying? And so, anyways, with this energy, Moon and Gemini, just be mindful. And this is Wednesday. Just be mindful of your thoughts, and make sure that your thoughts aren't racing too much, too fast. You feel me? And you're allowing yourself time to breathe. You feel me? Rather than, because Gemini can also be a anxious, worrisome sign, and because it is inclined towards overthinking, and overanalyzing. You feel what I'm saying? So just be mindful on that day. Yeah, just be mindful on that day. You feel me? On Wednesday. Um. Yeah. Like on Wednesday, like even getting into like something like reading a book. You feel me? Or writing. You feel me? Would be a good way for you to channel the Moon and Gemini energy constructively, for real. All right, now let's look into now let's look into Thursday. Um, okay, so on Thursday, 3. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so on Thursday, it's actually on Thursday when um so on Wednesday, actually on Wednesday we are probably going to be more internal with our thoughts and our overthinking than on Thursday, because it's going to take until Thursday for the moon to go into later degrees. And once the moon reaches 16 degrees, you feel me, which is going to be around like 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you feel what I'm saying? For me, Mountain Standard Time, that is when we're gonna have that aspect between the sun and the moon, and it's gonna make us want to or bring to us opportunities for us to express our emotions in a communicative way. So it's like, just be careful the things that you say, because not all opportunities are good opportunities. Not all doors are good doors. You feel what I'm saying? So just be careful that you don't speak too much and about your emotions and say certain things to people you shouldn't even be talking to. You feel what I'm saying? Um, But yes, that's Moon Day, Monday, Moon Day. Interesting. And so Friday. On Friday, it's gonna take until it's gonna take until next Sunday. But the moon, I mean the sun is getting ready to conjunct Venus. You feel me? And that energy is gonna express in a manner where. But you know what? I'll wait. I'll leave it. I'll leave that energy until Sunday. But anyways, so on Friday, the moon, the moon will still be in Gemini. You feel me? It'll still be Geminian energy. But around like 5 p.m., the moon will enter Cancer. You feel me? Before most of the day, the moon on Friday is going to be in Gemini, so it's still going to um, solicit a more talkative, communicative, and a airy, logical orientated perspective on how we react and respond emotionally. You feel what I'm saying? And so, sheesh, I forgot to mention that on Wednesday, when the moon is in when the moon is in Gemini, it's also going to be squaring. Yeah, it's going to be squaring when the moon is in Gemini on Wednesday. It's going to be squaring Saturn. So this is an indication that the way that the way that our thoughts are going to be channeled is there's going to be a energetic, a tie. You feel me? A connection between our emotions and our perceptions on our security, our foundation, and like just yeah, our safety even. You know, because it's what Saturn deals with. And there may be anxiety. You know, there may be a fear-based type of energy that may come from us not feeling like we're able to wrap our heads around how we're going to be secure and how we're going to be grounded. You feel what I'm saying? And so that may produce overthinking, you know, with the moon. And so that's where that overthinking may stem from. And so in mental alchemy, the natural antidote for Saturnian negative, discordant Saturnian thoughts or Venetian thoughts. So on that day, on Wednesday, if you find yourself just being anxious and worried about like your heavy responsibilities and not knowing how you're gonna handle the responsibilities, get into a Venetian energy. Do some art. You feel what I'm saying? Go engage with other people. Go have some fun. And mental alchemy, right, is like it sounds, it's all about the mind. And so your thoughts create your reality. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. And so when you're in a space where you're negative, guaranteed you're gonna attract negative things to you. And it's not even that you're gonna attract negative things to you. Damn, a lot is going on in this house. And it's not even that you're gonna attract negative things to you, but it's like pain repels, it pushes away. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you're in a space where you're scared and you're worried about money, you're actually gonna be pushing money away from you, because it's like the energy, because the way you're thinking about it is like, fuck, how am I gonna get this money? So it's really your thoughts are like money, 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 come to me, but it's like your emotion is like fear, you're scared, and it's like a thought is a frequency and emotion is a vibration. See, I observe. I've gotten good at observing my thoughts, and so, you know, with these transits, you know, you're gonna receive certain thoughts that are not even yours, but it's like they're a product of the transits. You feel me? And so, and so this was today, you know, because like the moon Saturn conjunction today and yesterday. You feel me? Yesterday and today, and I was just in a space where I noticed like these heavy ass energies. You feel me? And I was just observing them, and I wasn't feeding them emotions. I was just observing them, and I came to the realization that, yo, a thought without an emotion is powerless. It's nothing. You feel me? It's just there floating around. But it's like once you start feeding it emotion, you vitalize it and you give it life and you give it power, and then it becomes psychokinetic or telekinetic. You know, yeah, like it becomes magnetic and it starts to draw and attract things to you. And that's mental alchemy though, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, so I mentioned Friday. But yeah, so so on Friday, you know, well, let's go into Saturday. So that's Friday though. The moon for most of the day until like around 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is going into Cancer. But for the most of the day, it's going to be in the sign Gemini. Alright, so on Saturday, when the moon goes into Cancer, do things to nurture yourself. You know, do things to ensure that you're good and that you're okay. Love on yourself. Take like take time to also care about and nurture others, because that's how Cancer fulfills itself, through nurturing and caring, because Cancer is a very maternal energy, you know. And so allow yourself space to be able to be of service to someone. Do something around the house for the sake of your home, your family. Maybe clean up the house, maybe cook, you know, if you don't cook often, cook a meal for your family, you feel me? Just, and even if you do cook, cook with more intention that day, you feel what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, you guys, that pretty much concludes the transits for this week. I very much enjoyed doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if anyone is interested in booking a reading with me, definitely tap in. My prices are very reasonable, you know, when it comes to declinating the birth chart. I do work by sessions, and I charge only $30 per session, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm more than happy to help. What I'm after is that 10,000 hours, you feel me? I want them 10,000 hours. I want to, you know, really, really master my craft. Like, that's what I'm on, you feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, the prices, I made them very reasonable so everyone can tap in. But yeah, peace and namaste. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day. And if you guys are new here, definitely subscribe, because I'll be making more content. And definitely like this video if you found it useful and valuable. And if you would like to see my channel grow, you know what I'm saying, I'd appreciate that. Alright, peace, peace, peace. Much love.